Keep the cheering going as the band plays the Hay song.
Hey, their band's joined in. That's
Please rise, move your hats to the flag of the Star Spangled Banner. Flag raising ceremony by Bible VFW, Post 3760 and Auxiliary.
on the camera.
Can you hear me?
Good evening and welcome to beautiful Byesville, Ohio, and the campus of Meadowbrook High School, the Eugene Capers Field, for this evening's MVL football action, high school variety. It's the Crooksville Ceramics who come in with a record of 0-2 as they will take on your Meadowbrook Colts who come in with a record of 2-1. It is a KGP family reunion here tonight. Caleb Graham, Carson Todd, Brittany Rowe on the sidelines taking pictures. As always, we have the lovely and effervescent Shylin Costello producing the broadcast tonight. I'm merely Tom Strasser and truly honored to be joined by my partner in crime and teammate, the one and only D-Train Darren McCullough. And Train, Meadowbrook comes in. You've got coming off their big Guernsey County Super Bowl victory last week over arch rival Cambridge, and what definitely in the running for the game of the year thus far, 48-46. Next week, I believe, is homecoming.
I think so. I'm not really 100% sure on that one, but
we'll go with it. We can always edit it out of the live broadcast later. But Riverview comes in, big rival, and in between the Crooksville Ceramics come in. Now the Ceramics, they did not play last week. Could this be the old proverbial trap game?
I mean, I'm sure Coach Norman said to his players, hey, I don't care that they're 0-2. I don't care that they didn't play last week. They were quarantined. We got to win this Friday. We've got to continue to build those wins and build that resume. Obviously, last year, week 2 in the season, they beat Crooksville 51-0. That was week 2. They have a 6-game small division winning streak in the MVL, so just another tidbit that Meadowbrook's looking to extend that, because this is the first MVL small league game since they already beat Maysville earlier this year, but that didn't count as a league game because they're a big school and Meadowbrook's a small school. So I don't think you're going to see a hangover effect. I think the biggest thing Coach Norman's probably worried about is the slow start. It's been a slow start those first 3 games. They've been able to overcome that slow start in 2 of the 3 games, but that slow start hurt them a lot up at Mogador.
And we mentioned Crooksville 0-2. They lost by scores of,
I believe, 27-0 and 27-7. So, I mean, defensively, only giving up 47 points in the 2 games isn't really a high total. But I'm sure if you talk to Coach Fallon and his coaching staff, they want to get that offense rolling a little bit more and put some more points on the board.
Yeah, and that's going to be the question for the Ceramics tonight is how are they going to be able to produce enough points to take on a high-powered Meadowbrook squad who have scored 42, 34, and 48 in their first 3 games thus far.
And that's with a rocky first quarter, so most of that scoring's been done in the last 36 minutes of the game. But if Meadowbrook comes on clicking all 4 cylinders, which is what Coach Norman wants, I know talking to him Wednesday, probably his biggest bugaboo was the 0 for 8 on the 2-point conversion try. So they're still, he's still telling these kids there's still a lot of work to go on. We got areas where we can improve, and those are 2 of the big ones. They want to get that better start and the point after tries.
And speaking of big ones, that's what the Ceramics bring in. They don't, as far as roster-wise, they don't have big numbers, but with what they brought, they've got some kids with some pretty good size.
Yeah, I mean, Crooksville's a big team, strong team. I mean, they got the first one I see is Dirk Potts, 5'11", 321. So, I mean, he's going to be the biggest one on the team. But Bradley Ray's a 6'1", 245. You got Skylar Grill, 6 foot, 235. Andrew Rollins, 6'3", 272. So, I mean, there's some big boys up front. And Meadowbrook's got a little bit, probably the advantage on speed. So it's going to be power versus speed, and see who can win in that contest in the trenches.
And we know Crooksville, they're going to come in tonight motivated and energized to play after not being able to play last week. So they're going to be hungry. Meadowbrook, like we said, we believe the first team in school history that has a regular season game after playing Cambridge. That's always been week 10. So we'll see how focused, and it'll be interested to see how their energy is to start this football game.
Yeah, and obviously Coach Norman was in there talking to us this week, the pregame show, and he said, hey, let's celebrate this, but come Monday after school, we're focused on the next opponent. That next opponent's the Crooksville Ceramics.
Yes, Crooksville, they have taken the field, and as you can see in the end zone, as the student section has lined the football field with the band and cheerleaders. That's Coach Norman's Meadowbrook Colts get ready to take the field. So it ought to be a fun night here in Byesville, and here come the Colts. And Train, give me if Crooksville's going to come out tonight and shock the MVL. What's a couple of things that are going to have to go in their favor?
Oh, the easiest thing is they have to control the tempo, because Meadowbrook wants to play faster, 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 faster. I mean, if they take 10 seconds between snaps, Coach Norman's going to be upset that's too long. They want to get up there and snap it and get going. Don't let the defense get set up. Crooksville, on the other hand, they want to run that. They got to control the tempo. Make sure that they're using up that entire 40 seconds for each play. And obviously, winning up front and establishing the game in the trenches is key.
At this time, let's take a moment of silence.
So we're going to have a moment of silence as tomorrow's the 20th anniversary of 9/11.
Thank you.
And I tell you, Train, we'll talk about 9/11 later in the broadcast, but it is hard to believe it's been 20 years, and they have they have the phrase "lest we forget." And I'll just drop the mic on this: with all the craziness that's gone on in our country over the last couple of years, I think some people have forgotten about what the flag stands for, and especially what happened 20 years ago tomorrow. But Meadowbrook will receive the kickoff. Train will look at what we believe to be their starters on the offensive line. Will be left tackle Chucky Dyer, left guard Zayden Yeagle, center Hayden Loy, right guard Bailey Kuhn, and right tackle Marshall Dyer. The outstanding quarterback Josh Hupp, Brady McManaway, along with Ty Griffith, Damon Lauder, are your skill players. So there's a booming kick.
I don't think the Meadowbrook kick return was expecting it to be that far. He boots it, rolls into the end zone. I believe that was number 2, is Ethan Sprankle. So nice kickoff there. So a good start for Crooksville, making Meadowbrook have to go the full 75 yards here, or full 80 yards. Sorry, I'm in my NFL college routine where they get it to 25, so they're going to go full 80 yards for this touchdown drive.
Yeah, we mentioned Damon Launder as well as Kale Flowers, who just had an outstanding game against Cambridge. So 1st and 10 from the 20.
I believe you mean the dog, Kale
Yes.
Flowers.
Hupp, he's going to throw. He'll find Launder at the 30, 35, and he'll be knocked out at the 40. A gain of 20. Coming up and making the stop for Crooksville was Daniel Chapman and Alston Love, but first down Meadowbrook.
And that's just to give me, I mean, teams know that Meadowbrook wants to throw down the field, so Launder just stops and he fires the team, do the same thing on the other side here.
Yeah, Hupp's going to
I believe that was Mayo.
Mayo, yes. That'll be at about the 49-yard line. Gain of 9, so it'll be 2nd and 1. And, boy, Meadowbrook really going hurry up as expected. Hupp under pressure. That pass bounces up short. And Train coming in was Sky Moore. You mentioned him earlier, 6'3", 215-pounder.
Yeah, he's a big, strong kid. I know he played, I believe he played on the basketball team as well.
And there it is. They're going to pick up the first down here. Meadowbrook will. And I tell you what, it looked like one of the helmets for the Ceramics were lined up off sides. I was curious to see if the ball was snapped, that the flag would have been thrown there.
And I don't think there's a team better in high school football than getting that offsides encroachment penalty on those 3rd and shorts, 4th and shorts, 2nd and shorts, whatever it may be, than Meadowbrook. Seems like the past 3 years.
Yeah, here's a Eubanks on the end around. And he is funneled in nicely and dropped that to 45, about a gain of 1.
Yeah, that's going to be a pass because he did a little touch forward pass to him. So
Ethan Sprankle came up from the secondary, his safety position.
Part of the new age spread offense, like running that, putting the guy in motion, then doing a little touch pass.
Hey, way to be on that.
Mm-hmm.
McMahon away in motion. And he'll catch the swing pass. He gets a couple of nice blocks, and he's going to be near the first down marker.
Nice juke in there by Brady to pick up a solid 8 yards. And guess what? We're 3rd and short here. You think they're going to try the hard count again or the quick clap?
And I tell you, that was Mayo who got the big block on the outside. 3rd and 1. Hupp will keep it up the middle. He's got running room across the 30, inside the 25 to the 24 for another first down. Sprankle on the tackle for the Ceramics.
Yeah, credit the Colts offensive line there. They sprung a hole for him, and he busted forward for, I believe, 12 yards on the play.
So Hupp back up quickly. He'll keep it again, and he'll be stood up. Sky Moore on the tackle. That gain of about 3.
Mm-hmm. So rotating in the offensive lineman. So Coach Norman said, you guys up in the booth sometimes don't see that. So they're rotating in an offensive lineman here. Coach Norman will be proud that we get to mention there. I believe.
Deshaun Mail. Yeah. And this is Bop, and he's got running room. He's got a first down. Still fighting inside the 10 to about the 6-yard line. Coming up and making the tackle there was Chapman. But 1st and goal, Meadowbrook. Train, here's the fast start. You said Meadowbrook.
Well, they spot it at the 8.
So Hupp keeps it, trying to turn it to the outside. Sprankle comes up and makes the tackle.
Tell you what, Meadowbrook's doing a good job of breaking tackles and trying to spring free a little bit, but that time Sprankle got up on the short gain.
So pistol formation, Bop, the lone back, and here's another offsides for the Ceramics. And Train, as they move this, I believe it'll be half the distance.
Yep. So they should have it at the 4. They had so Hupp lost a yard on that last play, and then this one's going to be from the 8, half the distance. So going to move it down to the 4-yard line.
We've mentioned the safety, the senior Ethan Sprankle. He's made about 4 tackles on this drive. Good news, he's a solid tackler. Bad news for Crooksville if you're free safeties making a lot of tackles. That means you've got people running in the secondary. Here's Bop around the right end. He cuts it up, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Meadowbrook.
Good run there by Bop. Had the inside handoff and then found that hole and flew right up through there off the right edge for 6 points for Meadowbrook.
And, you know, Bob came in and had some big runs in the second half against Cambridge, and Coach Norman rewarding him here at the start. And
how about this here? He said they were working on the kicking game too, and number 20 kicking here. I think it's Cam Morrison. At least according to our program it is.
Yep. Now Meadowbrook will probably go for 2 as they had 12 players on the field. Now, it's interesting, you mentioned Morrison. He was 20, and remember he went 32. To 32.
Yeah. So it may not be him.
So we'll see what Meadowbrook elects to do.
And they're still kicking the extra point here, so it's going to be a 25-yard extra point instead of a 20-yarder.
So there's the snap. The kick is up, and it is good. So 8:28 left here in the opening quarter. Meadowbrook takes the opening kickoff, and they drive it down and finish it off with a 4-yard touchdown run by Mr. Sam Bopp. 7-0. Meadowbrook will be back after we hear from our sponsors.
Well, I just realized I don't have them written down.
Welcome back to Eugene Capers Field. Meadowbrook with the early 7-0 lead. And now they will be kicking off to Crooksville.
And the good news is, just talked to the boys on the other side, Rusty Whalen and Jeff Neff, and they said it was Cam Morrison on the extra point.
All right. Like you said earlier, he's 20 in the program. Week 1, he wore number 32.
Mm-hmm.
So
he may be 20 in the program, but in his family, he's number 1 in their hearts.
And here's the kickoff received at the 20, 30. And Sprankle will take it up to about the 40. And he will be dropped there by Zane McGuire.
Well, let me tell you what, it has him listed as 6'2", 180, but I tell you what, he looks like he's about 6'3", 210. Definitely looks a lot bigger than the listed size. Usually it's the other way around. You have a kid 5'2", and he's listed at 5'6".
So Crooksville, shotgun formation. 1st and 10, ball at their own 40. Cottrell hands off to Sprankle, and he will be dropped for about a 5-yard loss. Eubanks was one of the tacklers in there.
Yeah, I'm glad earlier we got a shout out, got a text from the closer, Kirby Graham. He's saying the voices are excellent here so far, so the volume on our audio is sounding great for you guys, and we appreciate everything that he does with the tidbits he provides both of us throughout the game.
The closer, simply the best in the business.
So we got to give him a cheap plug at least every game.
Absolutely. So a loss of 4. It'll be 2nd and 14. Pass is intercepted. 30 and to the 20-yard line. Was that?
Trayvon Mayo with the interception.
Mayo, all right.
Sitting back there, he read it perfectly and picked it off and raced probably, from the 36 to about 16-yard return.
And wow, that was not an easy interception. And I guess you could say Trayvon delivered the mail there.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Meadowbrook after the turnover.
All puns are welcomed here in this broadcast booth. So we got 4 receivers to the right here for Meadowbrook.
Yeah, Launder, the lone receiver on the left. So Meadowbrook with the 7-0 lead, and they're going to Launder. And it is defended nicely.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe, so we're trying to get the number there. That would be
Corbin Browning, I think, 84. Was that correct?
I seen the yes, you are correct.
And then he had safety help there. I think that was 23 maybe, Andrew Willison.
Yeah, here's a little bubble screen to the right side, picking up about 9.
That was Trayvon Mayo, so trying to reward him on the interception. Trying to get him a look for 6.
Yeah, gain of 9. It'll be 3rd down and 1. The ball at the ceramic 11-yard line. Meadowbrook looking to cash in off the turnover. Hupp will keep it. He'll get the 1st down and then some. He will be knocked back at about the 5-yard line. And in on the stop there was Cottrell.
So a good run there by Hupp, just diving and dodging and getting down to the 5 on it. So he's going to keep it again.
Yeah, sidesteps one would-be tackler, but he'll be dropped right at the 5. Speaking of 5, that was Noah Dickerson.
And
who makes the tackle.
The nice thing there for Meadowbrook, the Dickerson who made the tackle pulled him forward, so Hupp was stopped at the line, but he ended up probably picking up a yard or close to a yard because he got pulled down forward.
Train, you're always looking for the positives.
Hey, anytime you get that extra 3 feet, you got to love it.
Sam Bopp, the running back, pistol formation, and Bopp will get the handoff, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Meadowbrook. 2nd touchdown for the Colts, and the 2nd touchdown for Sam Bopp as he does it again from 4 yards out.
So same thing. First touchdown was a 4-yard touchdown run. Some 2 minutes and 30 seconds later, 2nd touchdown is from 4 yards out. So Morrison's going to line up for the extra point again as Meadowbrook again struggling to get lined up on the extra point team. And
so Launder will hold. Snap. Morrison's kick. Nice looking kick right down the middle. 5:58 left here in opening quarter. Your score, Meadowbrook 14, Crooksville 0. We'll take a timeout and be back for more action here on KGP TV. Welcome back to Byesville. Eugene Capers Field and Train. You got to wonder what's going through the mind of head coach Steve Norman of the Colts. Week 1, Meadowbrook started the game falling behind 2 scores. Week 2, fell behind 2 scores. Last week, started the game, fell behind 3 scores at 21-0. But tonight, they take an early 2-score lead.
I was thinking more what Coach Twitty and Coach Clendenning are thinking as he's kicking extra points instead of going for 2. That's probably what they're thinking if they're watching tonight. But
what has become of this Meadowbrook program?
What's he doing?
Sprinkle at the 16. And he'll get over to 35, still moving, 40, 45 to the 47-yard line. Nice return there by Ethan Sprinkle.
Yeah, I believe a 31-yard return there. Just seems like they just can't bring him down.
Yeah, 6'2", 180-pounder. And that's really what Crooksville needed after the turnover on their first possession. They get excellent field position up near midfield. But to finish your question, what's Coach Norman doing? He's doing a lot of things very well.
He's smiling what he's doing.
He has done an excellent job here. And there's a bad snap. Cottrell will get on it.
And speaking of smiling, he's smiling a little more on that one.
Now we'll see what the flag is.
Well, that was a fumble that they threw it where the spot of the fumble.
Okay, yeah, that's the beanbag. Gotcha.
So that's going to be a 12-yard loss. Couldn't tell who was the first one to run to the down guy. He would get credit for the tackle. I couldn't tell who it was. I want to say it was Hayden Lloyd, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, Cottrell with defenders coming at him very smartly just covered it up. Here's another fumble, and Meadowbrook has their second turnover.
Remember how we talked about smiling? Yeah, he's smiling some more. Marshall Dyer recovers that fumble. So definitely 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. Not the way you want to start if you're Crooksville, but if you're Meadowbrook, you got to love how your defense is creating turnovers. Given this potent offense, a short field is just you're not the recipe to success against this team.
And train Meadowbrook's defensive line, they are in the backfield as Cottrell's getting ready to hand off. Empty backfield. Hupp going to the end zone. He's got a man. Touchdown! Meadowbrook, a 31-yard touchdown strike to Hunter Eubanks. And just like that, Meadowbrook, one play, go 31 yards after the touchdown.
So it took him a minute, 2 seconds between touchdowns this time. So keep improving that offensive efficiency, so to speak.
And again, Josh Hupp, just the touch. And Eubanks running a literal post pattern there as he nearly ran into the goal post. And
Yeah.
here's another 5-yard mark off, and it didn't bother Mr. Morrison the first time they did this.
He just wants a little bit of a challenge here. So that was a great route and pass. I mean, he hit Eubanks right on the money on the pass play, and he just split the guys.
Yeah, high snap. That kick is up and good. Give Launder a lot of credit bringing that down. So how about that? 4:56 left here in the opening quarter. Meadowbrook 21, Crooksville 0. Train will keep it here. And how about Meadowbrook? They take an impressive opening drive, and then the defense creates 2 turnovers, which gives the offense 2 short fields, and they capitalized quickly.
Yeah, when you're putting up 2 scores in a minute and 2-second frame, and they're both offensive touchdowns, you're doing something right. And right now, if you want to be a stickler, you could say the kick coverage hasn't been great, but everything else has been great here for Meadowbrook. The interception by Mayo, the fumble recovery by Dyer. I mean, the Meadowbrook line's living in the Crooksville backfield right now, and right now I think Crooksville has negative 19 yards offense. So, I mean, you got to be extremely pleased with your defense if you're Coach Norman.
Not too shabby as Sprankle will receive the kickoff at about the 22. He'll get to the 30, 34-yard line.
And so they quickly fix that as 64, Ethan Eubanks comes up with the tackle for the Colts there.
So we'll see what Crooksville can get going offensively. And again, the young offensive line for Crooksville have had their hands full with the front 3 for Meadowbrook. So first down and 10 at the 34, pistol formation. Cottrell hands off to Sprankle.
That's Brady, yep. Brady McMahon. You can just
you
tell.
can always tell on the tackle, yes.
That kid just launches himself into you. And he launched right into Sprankle for the loss.
Yes, you go back, Brady Blattner, you could always tell when Blattner tackled someone. It just had that extra thud and drive back to it. A loss of 3.
That's one of my favorite non-McCullough Meadowbrook football players, Brady Blattner. Loved watching him play on Friday nights.
Unbelievable football player. Going end around, and Sprankle again. So Sprankle getting touches, but again, just train a lot of orange helmets in the backfield.
And the unfortunate thing, again, that's 3 carries now for Sprankle, and all 3 have been a loss of 4 yards. So
I think
you could even give him a loss of 5 there, it looks like. So
yeah, I think that was McManaway back there again.
But again, it comes back to Meadowbrook getting pressure up the middle and forcing him to get out wide, and then the corners and outside backers can fire right in there.
So now 3rd down and 18. Crooksville, they have been playing behind the sticks this entire opening quarter. We'll see if they put it in the air. Cottrell under pressure, screen, and read nicely and knocked away there by Clayton Hall.
Yeah, big play there. They had the screen set up. Meadowbrook was looking at the QB, thought they were getting some pressure, but he just couldn't quite get it over Hall's leaping hands and swatted it down, which might have been a good thing for Meadowbrook because they had it set up pretty good. Good play, though, by Hall to make sure they're going to have 4th down here and will be punting more than likely.
Yeah, Hall did a great job getting his hands up.
Just wanted to make sure, didn't know if Coach Valley was watching highlights from Presbyterian University earlier this year where their coach is the legendary high school coach that goes for it on 4th down all the time and goes for 2 every time.
This is Kelly's punt. It will
stick the landing.
Yes, he did. Right at the 49-yard line. So Meadowbrook will start their 4th possession, 3 of them in ceramic territory.
So we got some time. I'll get my first shout out to the sponsors, Pure Love Bakery, GB Roofing, Main Screen Printing, and Graham Excavating. So thank them for sponsoring tonight's live stream and helping us provide it for you guys.
Hupp gets it to McManaway. He turns the corner, 40. Dragged down at the 36-yard line. Tackle by Sprankle.
Now, was that a double pump fake from Hupp there?
Yes, Hupp, I think he wanted to hit the slant, the skinny slant inside initially, and the ceramics had it covered. So
that was a pretty impressive play, though, nonetheless.
And McManaway, not a bad second option there. As Hupp keeps it, and he's going to be
and he's still going to get positive yardage.
Wow. He was going to be dropped for about a 3-yard loss. He gets about a 1-yard gain out of it as Dylan Dutro makes the tackle.
Credit Crooksville for getting in that backfield, but then credit Hupp turning a negative 3-yard play into a 1-yard play.
Yeah, he faked a handoff to Casey.
And if you look down there, Morse is behind, I think he's behind Coach Norman right now. Say, hey, we're in my field goal range right now if we want to try it.
Eubanks, and here's a flag coming around the right end. He'll be dropped at about the 31-yard line.
This is probably, I think, going to be a legal procedure on the Colts.
Chapman on the stop. Now, Crooksville has a dilemma here because you know Meadowbrook's in 4-down territory. Do you make it 3rd down and 4 or 4th down and 4?
It'll be 3rd and 4. They're going to push them back.
3rd and 4, yes. Well, yeah, that makes their decision a lot easier because I was thinking it was 4th down coming up, but you're right, it would only been 3rd. So, Coach Valley takes the penalty. We're nearing the 1.5-minute mark. Shotgun. Hupp's under pressure. Throws it back to McManaway. He's got running room. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Meadowbrook. Hupp, a 40-yard touchdown strike. And Hupp had the by-time train. Sky Moore again come in and was right on top of Hupp. He did a little sidestep, found McManaway, and he got 2 outstanding blocks up the sideline.
Yeah, it was a little design kind of tight end screen / H-back screen where had all the defense going one way, and then he comes back and fires to a wide open Brady McManaway, and Brady does the rest. He raced in from 40 yards out.
Morrison's kick is up, and it's good. 1:18 left here in the opening quarter from Eugene. Capersfield, your score is now Meadowbrook 28, Crooksville 0. We'll take a timeout and be back for more action here on KGP TV. Welcome back to Byesville. Kickoff coming here. Courtesy of Josh Hupp. Meadowbrook, 4 possessions here in the first quarter, 4 touchdowns, 4 extra points converted. And after this kickoff, Train will give an injury update. We've been looking for a player, and we have
Good
located
kickoff there.
him.
And it's going to roll out. Just rolled out, so it's going to be a flag. It should be at the 35, I think, is where Crooksville's going to take possession. Yeah, we've been wondering where the dog, Kale Flowers, is. We see him down there on the sidelines. Unfortunately, not dressed tonight. Has got his right arm in a little bit of a cast, so we hope for a speedy recovery there. Senior year, you don't want to see a senior miss a play, let alone a game.
Yeah, and we'll maybe find out when we have our KGP pregame show coming up this week to see if he actually injured that in the Cambridge game or this week during practice. Remember, the dog, Cal Flowers, he was our KGP defensive player of the week.
Maybe injured it celebrating too much after being named KGP player of the week, too.
Oh, what a game he had. So it'll be 1st and 10, ball at the 35. Cottrell, here's another fumble and another recovery for Meadowbrook, as jumping on that was Deshaun Mayle.
So,
And I tell you, Crooksville,
now that's 4 possessions for Crooksville with 3 turnovers, and they have not had a play where they've got positive yards. So, I mean, this is not the
You're
start.
right.
This is not the start they wanted for sure. I mean, now Meadowbrook has a chance to go up 5 scores before the end of the quarter, as we got 1:13 left in the first.
Hupp hands off. This is Casey. Nice jump hop there. He gets inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Corbin Browning, one of the initial tacklers for the Ceramics. That a gain of 11. They're from the 30 to the 19. And here's another offside.
There it is. They'll even do it on 1st and 10.
And it's odd, Train. Meadowbrook, they've had 2 penalties, and those have been on extra points,
yep.
that Morrison still converted.
He might have him pick up 2 the next time. He wants to extend that leg a little bit.
And they're resetting the clock here. Hupp to the end zone. Touchdown, Meadowbrook.
That was Trayvon Mayle,
And that was Mayle, absolutely. So that was a 14-yard strike.
I 19, Tommy.
Excuse me, 9. No, 14. There's a 5-yard penalty.
Oh, the 5-yard penalty, yeah.
And that comes with 29 seconds left.
Should have known to second guess you.
That kick's a little low, but it is up and good. 29.4 seconds left here in the opening quarter. It's all Meadowbrook as they lead 35-0. And we'll be back after this timeout here on KGP TV. Welcome back to Byesville. Meadowbrook, 5 touchdowns on the board here in the first quarter. And the kickoff coming from Hupp as Ryan Moore and Sprinkle back. And here's a penalty. Did they get Meadowbrook maybe offsides? Yes.
Yep.
I know you don't like penalties, but Coach Norman, you know, when you're special teams, you're up 5 scores, and you got guys flying off sides. They're showing they're energized and ready to get down there and make a play.
Yeah, a lot of these guys are the, say, the next generation of varsity players, as there's a lot of JVs and backups that are possibly going to win starting jobs next year. So, They want to make a name for themselves on special teams and make some plays.
And Train, you give me a slow pitch softball right over the middle of the plate. You mentioned JV. Meadowbrook and Cambridge will make up their game this Monday night, the 13th in Cambridge. This ball's being brought up to the 30.
Some Monday night football.
Doubleheader there.
Yeah.
Meadowbrook and Cambridge, JV action. And then my Raiders welcome the Baltimore Ravens to Vegas. So now 23 seconds left. Of course, I'm sure many folks out there tuning in to KGP TV highly anticipating your Pick 6 segment when you'll give us 6 winners from tomorrow's college game. Sprinkle.
And he's
going to
get a yard, so finally first positive play for Crooksville, and it's going to be the last play of the first quarter.
And man, Mayo, he has been all over the place, comes in with the tackle, and that will be the last play of the first quarter. Dominated by your Meadowbrook's Colts, who lead after one. 35-0. We'll take a timeout, give thanks to our sponsors, and be back for second quarter action here from Byesville on KGP TV. Welcome back to Byesville. Started the second quarter, 35-0 Meadowbrook. Our KGP correspondent, Dave McComb, reporting from Claymont at the end of the first quarter. Claymont and Buckeye Trail are scoreless. And here's a offsides penalty against Meadowbrook. So that'll make it 2nd and 4 coming up.
And we'll give an update on ourselves here. Cambridge up 7-0 over Beechcroft early second quarter.
So it's good to see Cambridge responding, getting off to a good start after what a show them and Meadowbrook put on last week here in Byesville, 48-46.
So their Cambridge touchdown was courtesy of a 25-yard touchdown pass from Caden Moore to Trey Stottsbury. So I know you're happy for the former neighbor with the touchdown reception.
I threw him a couple of passes back in the yard when he was growing up. This is going to be Cottrell, and he will run into Clayton Hall and be close to a first down, but he'll be about a yard short.
Actually, it wasn't Cottrell. That was Dickerson, I believe.
Okay.
So Noah Dickerson got that carry. So he picked up 3. And unfortunately for Crooksville, he has to sit down a play, I think, because the helmet came off.
So Crooksville going empty backfield. This has quarterback draw written all over it. We'll see. Yes. But, man, give Cottrell credit. As he was hit in the backfield, hit at the marker, and then pops out of there, and he will pick up.
We got laundry on the field at the 47, too.
He picked up about 17 yards, and it's going to come back. Wow. What a nice run.
Yeah, he's going to get credited with 8 yards there. And then we're going to have the 10-yard penalty. So it's going to be 3rd and 3 here. So
yeah, and for Coach Valley, that has summed up the first half here. It's 3rd and 1. You pick up 8, and then you lose 2 out of it. So it'll be 3rd down. This time 3. For Cottrell, great run, low snap. He keeps it around the end, and he's going to get the first down. Again, 2nd and 3rd effort by Trenton Cottrell, the 6-foot, 172-pound junior.
So now they get that first down of the game on that run.
And I tell you, Cottrell, he really deserved that one after the run before.
Yeah, but both those runs were great. I mean, he was getting hit behind the line both times and able to spring free and get enough that time. And
so it'll be 1st down and 10, the first down for the Ceramics. Here's a little screen pass, and Sprankle is going to be blown up.
Read perfectly. McMahon away. Mayo was right there with him.
Wow.
Wow, so that's going to be a loss of 8 on the pass.
And it's tough for Crooksville. You want to throw the football, but you don't have time for your receivers to get downfield to run anything. The pressure's too much, and then you dump it short. You've got the heat-seeking missile linebackers like McMahon away coming in. Empty backfield. Cottrell getting under pressure. He's going to be dropped. He may get a yard out of that.
I think he just got back to the line, looks like.
So wait, will Hayden Lloyd, will he get credit for a sack? Did he get?
I'm giving it a 0-yard run, so I don't know if I'm giving him a sack there or not. But Meadowbrook's the official stat person. I'm just an unofficial person.
Yes. If he didn't lose anything, no sack. So, again, empty backfield.
Dickerson's and then a shotgun right now.
Wow. He's hit, and one of the initial tacklers was Deshaun Mayo in on the stop.
That's going to be a loss of 1, it looks like, for Dickerson.
Clayton Hall again in. So
I believe both ends just came collapsing in there and sandwiched him. So another 4th and long for the Ceramics here from their own 32.
And again, the Ceramics, they continue to be well in negative yardage range for the first half.
It looks like Dorsey and Eubanks are the 2 return men here for the Colts.
And Dickerson's the punter. Let's see, was Meadowbrook offsides?
Or
legal procedure, all right. It's Aiden Reese. He got a great jump there. One reason he may have got in there was he seen movement early.
So that's the 5th penalty on Crooksville here tonight. 5 penalties, 29 yards.
Reese again getting in. One of the players lost his helmet. This is Dorsey. He has it at the 40. 50. Can he turn the corner? Here's a flag.
We'll have all kinds of laundry here flying. We got back about where the punt happened. There's a flag. There's a flag at the 40. There's a flag at the 43. There's a flag at midfield at the 42. I think every official threw their flag out there.
And how did Caleb Graham get a flag? I think he threw one as well.
He must have been on the official for being in his way when he was trying to get that good picture of Romeo's return.
Dorsey with the electrifying kickoff return to start the second half against Cambridge to give Meadowbrook their first lead of the game. Had a nice return there. Dickerson was on the tackle, but you're right, there are flags everywhere. We may have to have an official's timeout just to retrieve all the laundry.
And just got a text from the closer. He's correcting something that we said at the beginning of the broadcast. There have been 12 games played between Meadowbrook and Cambridge, either to start the season or to maybe as late as week 7. Then starting in 1987, it was moved to the last regular season game. So they have played, but
Train, we're setting the closer up, just seeing if he's paying attention, earning his paycheck. Yeah, we know since 1989, the year I moved up here, which is still people have grown to hate 1989 around here in Guernsey County. Because of that reason, I know it's been on week 10 ever since that year. But thank you, closer. Going in deep into the archive history of Meadowbrook football.
We're still trying to figure out all the laundry. It looks like in the end, I think maybe are they going to re-kick this? So it looks like in the end they're going to get 5. We got maybe 10 yards.
We had a personal foul against Meadowbrook.
And then, well, that's going to make it a first down, maybe, or no? No, it's still going to remain.
No, they're still going to punt the ball. It's now going to make it 4th and 8 because it was 4th and 24 or 4th and 9, if my math is right.
I like the 15 yards, so interesting little pause and play there as we get it figured out.
Nice punt.
Dorsey, I was going to say, Dorsey struggled finding that one. He muffs it, recovers it. Good tackle there. 67.
And was that
Ashton Childress?
And I think there's a flag here. Was that a possible face mask?
Well, that again, that's the
okay,
the orange.
Well, does he have 2? Because he threw.
Okay, maybe there is one standing in that.
There's one at the 20.
Yeah, the one official is.
Yeah, see, we'll see what the call is. Oh, illegal block in the back.
So that's going to push Meadowbrook back a little bit more.
And I tell you what, it's hard to complain when you look at the field position Meadowbrook has had in the first half. Now, they will have the ball back at their 9-yard line.
They've been living on the Crooksville side of the 50.
And living on the prayer. As this is Bob.
No, that's Rivera, 17.
Is that Rivera? You're right. Dalen Rivera, nice jump move there in the hole.
That might be his first, maybe second carry. I don't know. I was thinking he got one week one.
He did, yes.
So a good 14-yard run for the sophomore.
And there's a little bubble screen. It's out. 30. And up the sideline. Cam Morrison.
So not only can he kick extra points, but he can catch some passes.
And I love what Coach Norman is doing here. Game well in hand at 35-0, getting some of his younger kids an opportunity to still work with the first unit here offensively. Here's another bubble screen, right back to Morrison. Boy, he's got a convoy of blockers. Gain of 9 coming up in making the stop for Crooksville was Alston Love.
So he was showing him no love on that tackle.
So a gain of 9. You know, they may be setting up a fake here and looking for the streak down the sideline. Amazingly, I'm wrong, but Hupp will pick up the first down.
Dragging him for 2 yards to pick up the first down. Looked like there was nothing there, and Hupp pulls forward to the 49 to get another first down. 13th first down of the game for Meadowbrook.
So it looked like Carson Knight on the stop for Crooksville. First down and 10, Meadowbrook. The ball just short of midfield. Here's Rivera, 50. Be stopped at the 46. Sprankle coming up to make yet another tackle.
So he's going to get 5 on that one, Rivera is. Nice little run there for the young man.
I'll tell you what, Ethan Sprankle, the safety for Crooksville. He has a lot of tackles here in the first half for Crooksville. Outstanding player. Rivera to the left of Hupp. And Rivera will get it. Knocked out at about the 41.
It's going to be close. The first down, I think the one official saying no. That's a 3's up there, so.
Love on the tackle.
Gives a 4-yard gain. And Hupp did a good job there as far as deciding whether he wanted to put it in Rivera's pocket or not. They kind of ran with each other for a little while, and then he decided, okay, you take it.
Yeah, 4:50 left here in the first half. Remember, the second half, it'll start a running clock. As Hupp looking, still looking, comes back, finds his man at the 35-yard line.
There's Aiden Reese on the reception.
Yes.
So another new name, so to speak. As that's going to be, what, a gain of 7?
Heck, nice job by the offensive line again. Sky Moore applying pressure, but Hupp stayed in his pocket, didn't panic, and delivered the pass. This one goes to Morrison. And here's a flag. This, I believe, is going to be a block in the back.
Yeah.
It's right at the tackle. I tell you, Coach Norman, he's going to be pleased with a lot of things. He's not going to be pleased with the rash of flags that have happened here in the second quarter.
Yeah, that's the 7th penalty on Meadowbrook here. 7 penalties, 55 yards is my quick math added up there.
But you're looking at like McManaway, Eubanks on the sideline getting a breather here in the second quarter. Going long is Hupp as he got hit when he threw the ball. And is that intercepted? It
yeah.
is.
I believe it's 24. Am I correct? 24? We don't have a 24.
No, it's 84.
Okay, 84.
Corbin Browning.
Yeah, we talked about him earlier on the deep past the Launder where he was playing some good tight defense. That time, great play by him. Kind of went up and took it away from Romeo Dorsey. Not too many people's going to do that with the size of Dorsey.
And Train, I think he got hit when he threw the football.
Very possible. I know 77 Sky Moore. Go figure. I think he was one of the guys in there on the pressure.
But it looked like his arm or shoulder got hit when he was throwing the ball. So
the ball floated a little bit there for him.
And Browning at 5'11", 122 pounds, he showed some hops because Dorsey still nearly took it away from him. So turnover for Meadowbrook. And here's a nice run.
That's Dickerson.
To the 26. I think you talked about Dickerson in our pregame show this week.
He was originally supposed to be their what they're hoping to be their starting quarterback, but he's too valuable as a running back, and they must have liked what they saw from Cottrell the first part of training camp and scrimmages, so decided to give him the nod. And Dickerson looking pretty solid on his first couple carries.
Pistol formation, and Dickerson will get it again around the right end, and he's going to get a first down and then some as he'll be tackled out of bounds. And here's a late flag well after the play.
And right now it's going to go as a 5-yard run for Dickerson. Flag pending.
Did they call a late hit out of bounds?
And it's on Meadowbrook as the
personal foul.
Yeah. So another 15. I think that's 8 for 70. 8 penalties, 70 yards for the Colts here.
Yeah, and 6 of those here in the second quarter. Remember, the only 2 that they had in the first quarter
were on the extra points.
Extra points, but Morrison still was able to deliver after the 5-yard penalty. So 6 of them have been here in the second quarter. Clayton Hall again on the stop.
I don't know who that. I don't know if that was
and Mayo.
Trayvon Mayo that zoomed in there, or if it was Morrison or even a 34. Colton Delancey. All like it seemed like a group of those guys kind of swarmed in there. I'm not sure which one laid a big blow there at the end.
I think it was Mayo who delivered the big hit there at the end, and Hall had the initial contact. Pistol formation, 2nd down and 8. Cottrell looking, and he's going to be dropped for about a 1-yard gain. Hayden Loy. And partner, I tell you, Hayden Loy, Clayton Hall, and Deshaun Mayo, along with a few others on that 3-man line. Meadowbrook has played a lot tonight. They have really dominated the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 7. Cottrell, he's got time, but closes quickly.
Going to not drag him down, but he's going to hold him up. And wow, a swarm of brown and orange coming after that. Morrison was the initial. And I just got a score update that's a surprise. John Glenn is leading Sheridan 28-0.
Wow.
I mean, if you know, obviously 2 great programs, but Sheridan's kind of been the class of the field there for a while in the MVL, the big school division. But John Glenn had a rough start with their first couple games. Played good last week against New Lex, and looks like they're continuing that hot stretch.
I believe we have a timeout.
Yes, Meadowbrook called a
Meadowbrook.
timeout. Wanted to save some time. We've got just over a minute left in the half.
Yeah, Meadowbrook 6 possessions, 5 touchdowns, but remember, their last one ended on a turnover. So, Coach Norman, as you will not see a lot of the starters very much longer, maybe a possession or two in the second half, but he would like to have an opportunity again to work on your 2-minute offense.
Yep, so other scores, Caldwell's up 32-0 over Monroe Central. West Muskingum's up 21-13 over New Lex in another small school MVL battle.
Yeah, that's 2 teams Meadowbrook still has to play. There's a bad snap. Dickerson, nice punt. Dorsey makes one man miss.
We're going to have another flag on Meadowbrook here, I think.
40, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Meadowbrook.
But as they say, actually, that's the orange one, yeah.
Yes.
So because the Crooksville defender missed the tackle, and then he kind of just quit on the play, but
So we'll put that down as a 73-yard punt return by Romeo Dorsey. Well, so much for getting to work on your 2-minute offense, but Coach Norman will take that. Romeo. Where art thou, Romeo? In the end zone again. So 1:11 left. Morrison. Can he stay perfect?
yep.
Cam does. Extra point is up and good. So with 1 minute and 11 seconds left, your score now. Meadowbrook 42, Crooksville 0. We'll take a quick timeout and come back for the last 1 minute and 11 seconds here on KGP TV. Welcome back to Eugene Capers Field. Meadowbrook off and rolling 42-0. We'd like to remind you to stick around for the halftime festivities where we will, I believe, see the ceramic band as well as the Meadowbrook Colt band perform. And then the second half, it'll be a quick one as it'll be a running clock. Hupp to kick off.
Dickerson.
Yeah, this is Dickerson. He gets up over the 35 to the 36-yard line.
So another update in Cambridge. Bobcats extended their lead to 14-0 as this time Caden Moore hits Jake Valentine for a 16-yard touchdown pass. So Cambridge up 14-0 in that game now.
So a minute 5 left. We'll see what Crooksville elects to do here. Cottrell has Dickerson next to him. Pump faking. He avoids one sack, but he's going to be dropped by Lloyd.
Yes, Hayden Lloyd, yeah. So that's going to be a loss of 5 on there for Cottrell.
and I couldn't tell if that was Hall
Yeah, I
or
believe it
Deshaun
was.
Mail who got the initial hit.
I believe it was Clayton Hall.
Boy, Clayton Hall has just controlled the middle of the Meadowbrook defense. Clock running.
So they got to at least get this play off here as we're down to 4 seconds. It snaps off.
And that's Dickerson. He'll be dropped by Morrison, I believe. And that will end the first half here from Byesville. Your score at the half, Meadowbrook 42, Crooksville 0. We'll step aside and let you be entertained by the band and come back for second half action. As well, we'll give you the individual scoring of the first half, as well as first half statistics and expertise analysis from D-Train.
Yes. Money must be one of them because that kid's a stud there, running back. That was the second longest punt return in, or no, was
Good morning, ladies. Please welcome to the field the 2021 Ceramic Marching Band. The band is being led on the field by your field commander, Serena Brill. Tonight, the band will perform portions of their contest show titled Songs of Sailors and Seas. They will begin with their traditional shanty, What Would You Do with a Drunken Sailor? Followed by He's a Pirate from Pirates of the Caribbean. After that, they will play the Navy hymnal, Eternal Father. They will end their show with SpongeBob SquarePants and Russian Sailor Dance. The band is under the direction of Mr. Anthony Dunlap and Assistant Director Carrie Spring. Come out and see the band at the Licking Heights Band Contest tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Unfortunately. Wouldn't match my all black. Oh, I do have a coat. Wait. I had to on it. I don't think I took it. It was black too.
Oh, well, it was matched.
Next time.
Is there a
Yes.
here?
Yes.
And then for the fair, did they still leave me do anything?
If you are free,
Oh, yeah.
we can use it almost every day.
I think it was Tuesday. What time do you need me?
The only 2 days I really need it is Tuesday, Wednesday.
I can do Wednesday.
Okay. And then but the other ones like I can still use it.
Oh, wait, what's the Wednesday?
I think it's
Oh, no.
early.
Okay, it's early. I have class at 4.
Okay. Is it virtual?
We're still meeting.
By 4 we should be okay. Yeah, those are the 2 big days.
And then Tuesday, I don't work in Tuesday.
Oh, well, if you want to work early, you can.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, what is this? Any other day you want to work?
I can work any other day.
They just put yourself down for Monday through Friday.
Alright.
Except Tuesday.
And then Friday.
Please give another round of applause to the Crooksville High School marching band.
Friday night, I don't know if I can. Unless she doesn't come.
She can get a trail. Yeah, we got to stream both of them.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Could be the first one. Too. She can come chill. She can announce.
No one can watch.
I would love to listen to her announce. It's really good.
Soloists include Connor McIntyre, trumpet, Jordan Mallett, color guard, Emma Davis, color guard, and Sydney Benson, alto sax.
Oh. Welcome back to Byesville. The Meadowbrook High School in Eugene Capers Field. We're at the half. Meadowbrook with a 42-0 lead over Crooksville. As you can see, the Meadowbrook band wrapping up their outstanding halftime performance. This is how the scoring went. Meadowbrook would take the opening kickoff and drive down and would cap off the drive with a Sam Bopp 4-yard touchdown run with 8:28 left in the first quarter. Cam Morrison would come onto the field and split the uprights with the PAT, and Meadowbrook would lead 7-0. After the defense forced a turnover of Crooksville, again Meadowbrook would get it to the 4-yard line where Sam Bopp again would take it, this time up the middle for 4 yards for the touchdown with 5:58 left in the quarter. Morrison's extra point made it 14-0 Meadowbrook. After another turnover by Crooksville, the very next play, it would be Josh Hupp who would find Hunter Eubanks on a 31-yard touchdown strike with 4:56 left in the opening quarter. The point after touchdown by Morrison was good, and Meadowbrook would lead 21-0. Meadowbrook would extend it to 28-0 with 1:18 left in the quarter, where Brady McManaway would catch a swing pass from Hupp and take it 40 yards to the house. Morrison's extra point was good, and Meadowbrook would lead 28-0. And then with only 29.4 seconds left in the first quarter, it would be Hupp again going to the air. This time, the Trayvon Mell, they would connect on a 14-yard touchdown pass. Morrison's extra point again was right down the middle, and Meadowbrook would lead 35-0 after one. And then near the end of the second quarter, with 1:11 left in the half, Romeo Dorsey would field a punt on his own 27-yard line and would take it 73 yards to the house. Again, Morrison's extra point was good, and Meadowbrook would lead 42-0. We'll have a running clock to start the second half, and now we'll look at some first half statistics from D-Train.
And first off, we got to congratulate Romeo Dorsey. His 73-yard punt return is the second longest punt return for a touchdown in school history at Meadowbrook. And also a little score updates. Buckeye Trail and Claymont tied 0-0 at the half, and Cambridge is up 14-0 at the half over Beechcroft. So looking at the first half statistics for Meadowbrook, Hupp's thrown for 174 yards, as he's 12 of 15 passing. Brady McManaway, 3 catches, 61 yards, lead away. Hunter Eubanks, 2 for 32. Trayvon Mell, 3 for 32. All three of those guys have touchdown receptions as well. Let's see, Launder has a reception for 20 yards. Reese has a reception for 7 yards. Morrison has 2 receptions, 22 yards. Hupp leading a cast of 4 Meadowbrook players in rushing. He has 24 yards. Rivera's come in and got 3 carries, 23 yards late in the first half there. Casey had an 11-yard run, and Sam Bopp has 3 carries, 22 yards, and the 2 4-yard touchdown runs.
So we get ready to start the second half. Thank you, Train, for your accurate and right on the money statistics of the first half. Here's a little kickoff that will drop at the 30 and being dropped there is the return man, but he is not on our program.
He's a phantom player, number 10, not on the program.
So it'll be first down for Crooksville. And Train, we'll keep an eye. You mentioned 0-0 Buckeye Trail in Claymont at the half. Our KGP correspondent, Dave McComb, has said in the first half, Buckeye Trail has been inside the 10-yard line of Claymont 4 times and have come away with no points.
A bend but no break defense for the Mustangs.
So here's a handoff to Sprinkle. He'll take it up over to 30 and get maybe 2 yards. Bop on the tackle. And it looks like Meadowbrook has given their defensive starters.
It looks like there's a few guys on the line. It looks like Clayton Hall's still in there. And let's see, 51's Deshaun Mayo. He's part of that rotation, but definitely, like you said, there's a lot of new faces out there. One cornerback spot, you got Evan Dyer. Looks like a DB, Ty Griffin's back there at safety.
So it'll be 2nd down and 8. Delayed handoff. Getting to about the 34, gain of maybe 3. Reese on the tackle, and we're looking. That was Dickerson
yeah.
on the carry. Excuse me. So 3rd down and 7. Thanks for joining us here on KGP TV. Again, Meadowbrook. This game was supposed to be on the road at Crooksville, but because they had to change it, Meadowbrook. This is the 2nd of 3rd consecutive home games. As next week, Meadowbrook will take on Riverview. That is not homecoming. Homecoming is week 7, I believe, against New Lex. So on the 3rd down run, it's Dickerson, and he's got running room. 50, 40, 30, 20, and he'll be stepping out of bounds at about the 10-yard line, saving the touchdown.
Looks like they're going to spot it maybe about the 14 or 15.
That was Nick Norman, the freshman who saved the would-be touchdown as Dickerson takes it to the 14, and I'll let you do the
30,
math.
54-yard run.
Okay, but please put your shoes back on.
Sorry for the smell. The people watching probably can smell it wherever they're at in Guernsey County and beyond. I did take a shower today, though, so 2 of them actually.
Well, it is Friday.
Yep.
You usually take 2 a week, whether you need it or not. 1st and 10. Ball at the 14. This is Sprinkle, and he's going to be hit right at the line of scrimmage. Morrison in on the tackle.
So it's going to be gain of nothing.
So John Glenn, they've gone to the locker room up 35-0, and that was the buzz at halftime.
Yeah, well, when I got a text saying they were 28-0, I was saying it's not sure if this is right. Now it's 35-0, so pretty insane over there in Thornville.
So clock running, 2nd and 10. 4 seconds on the play clock. Cottrell hands off. This is Dickerson. He will plow down to about the 4-yard line.
That's probably going to be another 1st down there, I'm guessing. Well, they're not moving the chains yet.
I think that was Dyer on the tackle. So it'll be 1st and goal at the 4 for Crooksville.
Okay, they are moving the chains.
Don't doubt yourself, my man. You called it a 1st down, and I just called it that as well. Remember, Crooksville, they had negative yardage in the first half. Well, they've got a nice drive going here to start the ball carriers.
I believe it was Dickerson again. Yep.
And a host of Meadowbrook Colts in on the tackle, and Aiden Reese, one of them.
Yeah, there was a host of Colts there to bring down Dickerson.
So it's going to be 2nd and goal. The ball at the 6 for the Ceramics. Ceramics are going to have to hurry. There's 10 seconds on the play clock. The play just now coming in. They may have to use a timeout. We'll see. 3 seconds. 2, 1. Yeah, they're going to take a timeout. Coach Valley noticed that, and he got it. And Train will keep it here. 6:43 left. Coach Norman giving a lot of his youngsters some playing time, and it's very special for these kids to be able to play Friday night under the lights.
Yeah, whenever you get an opportunity to expose these guys to Friday night lights, it's a different atmosphere. You have bigger crowds. More, I guess you're going to have more of the student section there. I mean, it brings a little extra juice to you when you get in there on a Friday night game. We'll thank our sponsors, Pure Love Bakery, GB Roofing, Main Screen Printing, and Graham Excavating. So thank them, and thank our viewers for listening to the game so far, as we're about halfway through the 3rd quarter, which I think we are on pace for our quickest game of the year.
Oh, without a doubt. So it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 6. Wing T formation. Cottrell's going to throw it in the cornered end zone, and it is broken up nicely by Norman.
Yeah, good job by Norman there. Definitely had the size disadvantage, the receiver, but he made a great play of timing the hit and knocking the ball out there.
Yeah, Train, I'm trying to get the number of the wide receiver as he's walking off the field.
And I don't know if we're ever going to find it, as he went into a pile of teammates.
Oh, he's popped back out at the front.
Was it Christian Browning?
It may have been.
I thought it said 25, and he's the one who's listed on the...
We'll go with it. 3rd down, low snap, Cottrell in trouble. He's going to be dropped at the 10-yard line for about a 4-yard loss. Zane McGuire, I believe, on the tackle. And it'll be 4th and goal from the 9.
And I think they're bringing another football in, so I think Crooksville, are they going to try a field goal here, or?
I think you are correct.
Who do we got?
Is this Cottrell?
It's Sprinkle.
Sprinkle. All right. Kick is up.
Line drive.
Sprinkle. It's no good. So the Meadowbrook sideline. A lot of the starters coming out to greet the 2nd unit as after the long run by Dickerson, Train, which led to a 1st and goal. Meadowbrook was able to turn them away.
So we definitely have a lot of new guys here on offense for Meadowbrook, as Justice Huey's going to come in at QB. Looks like Evan Dyer's going to be a receiver. Rivera's still back at running back.
And I believe Norman in the backfield as well, but you're right. Justice Huey, 5'9", 167-pound freshman. And Huey will keep it. And he'll get running room up to about the 30-yard line. So it needed 10 and picked up 10. So nearing the 4-minute mark. Huey keeps it again. And he'll get about 5. Chapman on the stop for Crooksville. So 2nd down and 5 on a beautiful night for football. That pass deflected, nearly intercepted, but incomplete.
Tell you what, good job by the Meadowbrook receiver. I didn't see the number. Still trying to find, looking at him, but he's got a side to us. I believe it's number 80. It's going to be Ethan Furby, so good job by him kind of playing defensive back there and swatting it out.
Yeah, Browning was going for his 2nd pick of the night. That's the only turnover, and here's a run up the middle on 3rd and 5. Rivera on the carry. He will come up about 3 yards short, so it'll be 4th and 3. And
it's a decision time here.
Coach Norman's still thinking. Meadowbrook will go for it.
I think he's going to use a timeout here. He's letting him run down the clock. He was talking to the one official.
And they get the offsides. Wow. Nice job. Yeah, we were looking at the sideline. Meadowbrook was changing a number. And they've called Taylon Cannon over. The freshman, he's number 40. And they're it looks like they're giving Marshall Dyer his number. So Cannon, I believe, will be going to the offensive line as Huey keeps it up the middle. And he'll pick up nice yardage up to about the 49-yard line. Gain of 7.
And that was Rivera, you said, on that?
Yes. No, that run right there was Huey.
Huey, okay. Sorry, I was getting a text from the closer, and we've since clarified things.
And Huey connects to Norman, and Norman makes one man still on his feet. As he'll get about to the 42.
Nice job there by Norman, breaking some tackles and getting away and getting the 1st down. How long of a gain was that, Tommy?
That was about a 7-yard gain. So it'll be 1st down and 10. This could be the last play of the first half. It's Huey, low snap. He's going to be dropped. And there's a late flag that will come in. Holding on Meadowbrook.
So that catch by Norman was the 7th different receiver who caught a pass tonight for Meadowbrook. That's what I was trying to figure out when I wasn't sure on the yardage.
Train, let's let the Big Orange faithful out there know some upcoming events. Tomorrow morning, Meadowbrook's cross-country team will travel to Dover. I believe that will start at 9 o'clock. A big volleyball game here at Meadowbrook tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Varsity only. Cambridge and Meadowbrook will battle. And this will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. So that's cross-country and volleyball tomorrow. And then Monday, I believe it's a 5:30 start at Cambridge. It will be the makeup game, the JV game between Meadowbrook and Cambridge. So that's Monday night. So that ends the 3rd quarter. Your score remains Meadowbrook 42, Crooksville 0. We'll step aside for the last 12 minutes here on KGP TV. Welcome back to Byesville, Eugene Capers Field. Huey's pass
Norman.
to Norman. Norman will be bottled up at about the line of scrimmage. So this first after the penalty, first and 25. Now it'll be second and 25. Thanks for joining us here on KGP TV. The lovely and effervescent Shylene Costello producing tonight's broadcast.
Well, I hope you can hear us because I think we have some video trouble. So we'll try to give you as much as we can as Meadowbrook has it at their own 42-yard line here in shotgun formation.
I guess that was bad timing on my part. Shylene's going, now you want to give me a plug when we have technical difficulties.
We got a new runner there.
Yeah, that's Mason Blankenship, 5'11", 140-pound junior. I think he'll be dropped, or he got back to the line of scrimmage, so it'll be third down and 26.
So he's the sixth different Meadowbrook rusher tonight, so a lot of different guys getting opportunities here.
So third and 26. 10.5 minutes left to go.
Meadowbrook hasn't been in this situation at all tonight. It's been third and short or not even a third down a lot of times. See, he's going to roll out to his left.
And it is completed, and that will go to Evan Dyer, the 5'10", 135-pound junior, to midfield. So that'll be a gain of about 9. Nice throw by Huey. And Meadowbrook will go for it.
So eighth different guy with a reception tonight for the Colts now. 8 guys with a reception, 6 different guys rushing. So, this looks like they're kind of in a punt as he's lined up a little deep, high snap.
Yeah, and there's the punt. That will be delivered by Huey.
Great directional punt, got a nice little bounce. It's going to roll down about the 14.
So it'll be first and 10 for the Ceramics. And with a running clock, barring a explosive touchdown.
And we're back.
This could be the last drive for the Ceramics.
So our producer, Shylene Castillo, thanks to no help from our boss, Caleb Graham, with their great troubleshooting technique, figures it out, and you've got video again. So we apologize for the technical difficulties, but hey, when you got the best in the business like Shylene here, she's going to quickly figure it out and solve it.
Yeah, Shylene Costello, a Meadowbrook grad of 2020. So here's a run around the right end. Here's a flag that will come in late. On the carry was Austin Love. It is a face mask against Meadowbrook, so
that's going to tack on another, depending on what they call 5 or 15. They call them the personal foul or just a 5-yard.
So they've marked it up to about the 24. So it'll be the 5-yard variety.
It's going to be a first down.
So Crooksville.
So John Glenn now up 42-0 midway through the third quarter over Sheridan.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to hear the story of that game as Dickerson, he runs hard. He gets up over the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Rivera on the tackle.
So it looks like that's going to be a gain of 8. And despite their rough first half, Dickerson has 88 yards rushing now with 54 of it coming on that one big run he had.
Yeah, that led to a first and goal on the opening drive of the third quarter, but Meadowbrook's defense turned them away.
Yeah, big defensive play by Norman on the fade route that they ran, and the defense stepped up and made some big plays on third and fourth and short.
Second and 2.
Well, actually, they tried kicking the field goal on fourth, actually.
Oh, nice fake. Cottrell, he's got it 40, 45, 50.
And I don't know how he stayed in bounds there. I thought he ran out of bounds at the 45. Well, technically he did. It's just the other side of the 45.
Colton Delancey, another freshman on the tackle. I tell
They're
you,
going to spot at the 48.
yeah, Train Cottrell, he faked me out. I thought Dickerson had the football, and so did about 3 defenders because they met him right at the line.
Yeah, I think he faked a lot of sound on that one. Had a good 19-yard run by him there. His longest run of the night.
So it'll be first down and 10. Dickerson around the left end. He's got running room. Breaks one tackle, 40, 30, 20.
Gets finally knocked out of bounds. And these young men for Meadowbrook's defense trying to tackle him high. He's got a little bit sizey on him. He's going to be one you want to hit low and take his legs down to get him down. He's going to be tough to bring down.
Dickerson, 6'2", 190.
So that's a 27-yard run, it looks like. So he's officially over the 100-yard mark with 115 yards rushing.
And Train, remember, people just joining us, Crooksville had negative yardage total in the first half. Oh, nice run. I believe that's Love.
Nice little change of pace after seeing a bruiser like Dickerson, and then he gets it kind of bobs and weaves his way down for a gain of 9.
So it'll be second down and 1. He'll spot it at about the 12-yard line. We suspect this will be the last drive that Crooksville has tonight with the running clock. Cottrell, low snap, gives it to Dickerson. He breaks it outside. Will he take it in? He is.
Nice tackle there. Good shoestring tackle. Can't tell who it is because it's about the farthest distance as you can be away from us. I'm trying to figure it out. Is it 20 or 26? 25 maybe? Peyton Milhone maybe?
Or Noah Lingle, if it's 26.
And we're both wrong.
They're going to say it was Evan Dyer on the tackle.
And we were way off.
He's 16. Oh, nice run inside. Gets down to about the 2.
Not sure who ran that one as I was writing stuff down.
Deshaun Mayo on the stop.
I think it might have been Love who had that
I think it was Love, too. So 4:20 left. Second and goal from the 3. You got Love and Dickerson to the right and left of Cottrell. And he gives it to Dickerson, and Dickerson will take it in. Touchdown, Crooksville. So with exactly 4 minutes left here in the ball game.
We might have had a delay in the clock there as it's now reading 3:56.
So Noah Dickerson takes it in from
3 yards out.
3 yards.
So it looks like Sprankle's going to try the extra point here. He was short on about, what was it, about 30-yard field goal
Yeah.
earlier? Well, he's wide actually on it as this one. He booms off the uprights.
And that was a major doink. So 3:56 left here in the ball game from Eugene Capers Field. We will take our final timeout of the game and be back 42-6. Meadowbrook with the lead. All right, 3:56 left here in the ball game. Crooksville with their first touchdown. And there's the kick. Fielded by Norman. He brings it to the 30, 40, 50. He'll be knocked out at about the 42-yard line. Electrifying kickoff return by Norman. A kickoff return Romeo Dorsey would be proud of.
Tell you what, he must have got those wheels from his old man, huh? Blazing down that left sideline.
So 3:30 left. It'll be first down and 10 for Meadowbrook. And Train on this drive will allow you to give your pick six segment.
I don't know what happened here, but a Crooksville player went down. I don't know if he's cramping up or.
I think it appears to be cramps.
Good. That's good because we'd hate to see something more severe. I just looked up and just saw a player go down. Your mind races to the worst case scenario immediately.
All right, Train. A lot of guys with the weather being nice tomorrow still have a honey-do list. They may have to get some work done, a little yard work done. Can't watch as much college football as they'd like, so you give them the winners. Here's your pick six segment. Just give me a one sentence and who the winner's going to be. We'll start out in the Pac-12. Stanford, that 14th ranked USC.
I think USC. I got to go with the Trojans. They're slowly starting to come back to the days of Matt Leinart and Reggie Bush.
Here's one of note: 21 ranked Utah. The Utes travel to Brigham Young. So Battle of Utah and BYU. Survey says.
Zach Wilson's on my fantasy team, and he's on the New York Jets. I think they're going to have a tough time. Utah's a solid program ever since Urban Meyer's been in charge.
We have a top 10 battle. We'll get your pick after this play. First and 10. Meadowbrook. Huey with the handoff to Blankenship. He'll be tackled back for about a 2-yard loss.
Unfortunately for him, he kind of ran sideways a little bit and just didn't find a hole.
Iowa travels to Ames to take on Iowa State, the 10th and 9th ranked team.
That one's going to be a good game. I think Iowa State's going to rebound after a close call last week and knock off the Hawkeyes. If it was at Iowa, I think I'd have a different result.
So Meadowbrook letting the play clock run down, 2:20 left. Huey, he'll keep it around the left end, and he will be dropped there by 41, I believe, and we do not have a name for him if that was 41. How about this one, an interesting in Boulder? You have Texas A&M at Colorado.
Man, I got to go Texas A&M. I mean, Jimbo Fisher's, he wants to say that A&M's an elite team in the SEC. Well, he's got to prove it going to Boulder to beat the Buffaloes.
So 1:30 left, 3 more picks. We'll try to knock them in after this play right here, as Meadowbrook will be called for a delay of game. So as the clock continues to run, Train, tomorrow night at the Big House, Washington takes on Michigan.
Go Huskies. But I think Michigan's probably got that one. But I don't root for Michigan really hardly at all. So
the place is abuzz with the big game tomorrow night in Fayetteville, Texas. In Arkansas do battle, survey says.
Well, thankfully we drove separately because I got the Longhorns and given the points.
Edit that out, would you, Shilan? Thank you. And then we'll get the big one at high noon. Oregon travels to the horseshoe as Huey takes it around the corner. He will spin and get to about the 44-yard line, a gain of 6, and I believe that'll be the last play, and we'll get your pick, the Ducks and the Buckeyes.
Oh, I tell you what, I think a couple weeks ago, Reese Davis on ESPN gave Ryan Day and the Buckeyes some bulletin board material by saying that they were going to go down week 2 against Oregon. I think the Buckeyes are going to be motivated, ready to play. It's going to be the first game at the Shoe where there's going to be fans in over a year. Just heard today that the transfer from USC that transferred into Ohio State linebacker, he is going to be eligible tomorrow, so that could possibly change this Buckeyes defense a little more too.
All right, but there's no change here as that's your ball game. Final score, Meadowbrook 42, Crooksville 6. We'll take our final timeout and wrap things up here from Eugene Capers Field as Meadowbrook moves to 3-1 on the season. We'll be back here on KGP TV. Welcome back to Byesville and the campus of Meadowbrook High School, the Eugene Capers Field, as Meadowbrook moves to 3-1 on the season with a 42-6 victory over Crooksville. That's Crooksville drops to 0-3 on the season. This is how the scoring went. Meadowbrook would put up 35 points in the first quarter. Opening drive, Sam Bopp would cap it off with a 4-yard touchdown run. The extra point by Cam Morrison was good, and Meadowbrook would lead 7-0. The Meadowbrook defense would force a turnover, which would lead to another 4-yard touchdown run by Sam Bopp. Cam Morrison's extra point was good, and it was 14-0 Meadowbrook. After another Crooksville turnover, this time Meadowbrook would just take one play, and it would be a Josh Hupp, the Hunter Eubanks 31-yard touchdown pass. Extra point by Morrison was good, and Meadowbrook would stretch the lead to 21-0 after another turnover by Crooksville. This time, it would lead to a Josh Hupp 40-yard touchdown pass as he would hit McManaway out in the flat, and Brady would do the rest, get 2 great blocks, and take it 40 yards to the house. Extra point by Morrison made it 28-0, and then with just 29 seconds left in the opening quarter, again, Josh Hupp would go to the air. This time, he would find Trayvon Mell for a 14-yard touchdown pass. Morrison's extra point was good, and Meadowbrook would lead 35-0 after one quarter. The second quarter, Meadowbrook would drive and have their only turnover of the night, but then with just 1 minute and 11 seconds left in the first half, Romeo Dorsey would field a punt at his own 27-yard line, and he would take it 73 yards to the house. Morrison's extra point was good, and Meadowbrook would go to the locker room with a 42-0 lead. Meadowbrook 42 points, 35 points from their offense, 7 from their special teams, and defensively, Meadowbrook would hold Crooksville the negative yardage in the first half. And then the only scoring in the second half as the running clock was put into effect, and it would be from Crooksville, as they would get a 3-yard touchdown run from Noah Dickerson. The extra point was no good, and that would end your final score, Meadowbrook 42, Crooksville 6. And now we'll look at some few stats and wrap things up here.
So we'll give updates on local teams. Buckeye Trail's taking the lead up 12-7 over Claymont. Nick Newhart to Franco Rum, I think a 2-yard touchdown pass gave them the lead. Cambridge is still up 14-0 over Beechcroft. So looking at the team statistics, you could say a quiet night for Josh Hupp, but he got the second half off as he threw for 174 yards on 12 of 15 passing. Justice Huey came in, completed 2 on 3 passes for 16 yards. On the receiving end, McManaway led the way, 3 catches, 61 yards. Eubanks 2 for 32, Launder 1 for 20, Trayvon Mail 3 for 22, Morrison 2 for 22. Norman had 2 catches, 7 yards. Reese had a 7-yard reception. Dyer had a 9-yard reception. I think I mentioned everybody who caught passes. There was a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different guys with receptions. Rushing wise for the Colts, I mean, again, it was a blend. Justice Huey only played in the second half, but he ended up being the leading rusher with 28 yards rushing. Rivera was right behind him with 25. Hupp had 24. Bopp had 22. Casey had 11. Blankenship got a couple carries, so a lot of 6 different guys got carries. So a lot of people got to share the pill, share the wealth for the Colts tonight, and that's what it's about. And you know, this is a class act by Coach Norman. You know, obviously coming in, most people knew Meadowbrook was probably the better team, and he could have very easily made this a lot worse than what it was, but he slowed the game down, really went to the running game after that first quarter, and just let his backups play most of the second half. So real good job by him of not really kind of throwing dirt in the face of the Crooksville Ceramics.
Yeah, so Meadowbrook, they improved to 3-1 with a 42-6 victory over Crooksville. Remember, tomorrow, the cross-country team here from Meadowbrook will travel to Dover, and they will start their run at 9 a.m. Big volleyball match here, varsity only at 11 o'clock. Cambridge and Meadowbrook set to do battle there. And then Monday night, the JV team will travel to Cambridge. I believe a 5:30 start, so a lot of exciting action as the Guernsey County Fair kicks off. People start moving in Sunday, and then it really gets off and rolling Monday. So that'll be a lot of fun for the folks in the area, and it was a lot of fun for the Meadowbrook faithful here tonight. So on behalf of our KGP family, Shyland Costello, great job producing the show. We got the game in pictures on the sideline. Carson Todd, Caleb Graham, Brittany Rowe working the sideline, getting pictures. Shyland taking care of the video part. My partner in crime with his expert color commentary. D-Train, thank you. I'm merely Tom Strasser. The KGP crew will be back here next Friday night as Riverview comes in to take on Meadowbrook. So on behalf of the KGP family, we want to wish everyone a great weekend. And don't forget, tomorrow, as we look back on 9/11, please let us never forget. God bless you all, and good night.